Hello there, friends, and welcome back to SADPP, the South American Dota Pro podcast. Today, we've got a good one. We're going to have a live interview here with Thunder Predators Position 4 player. Just got back from the major, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about that experience today. Of course, it is MoOz. Thank you for joining us, my friend. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Awesome.
Still jet lag, but
Yeah? Slowly recovering. I feel it. And Bowie, of course, welcome back as well, my friend. How are you doing post-major? Thunder Predator top 6 at the major. We did a podcast kind of partway through covering the group stage. Pretty optimistic about the playoffs, and Thunder Predator made the run that we hoped they would.
Yeah, dude, I'm still fixing my schedule from those games because I was watching them every single time. The games are so good, but it took me a while to recover too. So I'm getting ready for the major, just like MoOz.
Yeah, absolutely. So MoOz, first up, how was the major, man? What was it like? How was the travel? How long did it take you? Were you guys jet lagged still when you had to play your games?
it was like 30 hours to travel there, so it was pretty rough. It's
30?
always rough to travel like to China if you're from South America or to that part of the world. The tournament was pretty good. It was exciting for me, like coming back like after almost 1 year to Alang. I was pretty excited, and all my team was excited to play, and we all felt the motivation.
Yeah.
What was your last land before this one?
I don't remember the day, but I think it's like it was like 2 weeks before the coronavirus, I believe.
Oh,
Okay, so like a year and a
Yes.
half ago, something like that. That
mhm.
must have been right before lockdown.
So it was a Peruvian land.
No. It was. I think it was the Singapore. One Singapore. It wasn't a mayor. It was just a LAN.
I see. I see.
Gotcha. Very cool. So we did some of these questions through Twitch chat. I was live the other day when we were waiting for the patch to count down. So we did a little bit of crowdsourcing. One of the most popular questions we got was, please ask him about his hair. And I guess why so stylish is the question here, man. How'd you pick this specific hairstyle? It's looking great. I love it. And it stands out. Every time I see a team photo, I'm like, yo, that guy's got a good, he's either doing it right himself or he's got a good hair person. So give us the rub. What's going on?
Thank you. I like it because when I was younger, my hair was a mess. Like it was very straight. It literally grew like this, like this, literally like this. So I never could have like a proper haircut or a good hairstyle. So when I bleached my hair, I said one day like I'm gonna bleach it. It made it weaker and easier to comb, so I stayed that way. That's why I like it because I can comb my hair. If I don't bleach it, I cannot like do anything on my hair.
Huh.
That's funny.
And
So
how long have you been bleaching it?
Around like 2 years. Yeah.
Oh,
do you
pretty
do it
cool.
yourself or do you have like a go-to stylist that does it for you?
It was hard for me to find like a proper barber. I had to go like for 2 years to barber from to another barber. I found my barber and I just go to him because he knows my hair
Nice.
and
Nice. Doing a
Yes.
good job.
Very good. Very good. That's my least favorite part about changing cities. Like I had a really good hair person in California when I was at Beyond the Summit. Then I moved and didn't have a good hair person in New Jersey. And then it took me years to find a good hair person here in Colorado. Once you find a good one, you got to hang on to it, man. Bowie's still looking. So one of these days he'll figure it out. I don't know. I want to see Bowie with some bleach blonde. I think you could pull it off. But now that'd be a hell of a look. The bleach blonde curls.
Yeah, man. It's just that I already have like thin hair. Like my hair is falling and stuff. So I get scared. I would
Okay.
love to do it, but I get a little scared.
Fair enough. All right. Well, since we're talking about style, how about confidence, man? Season 1, you guys second place, made it to the major. How confident were you feeling after the league going into this major, and then Beastcoast dropping out? You guys making this great run. How you feeling now? Has there been an adjustment in the confidence? How we feeling?
uh, I think in the season one we were like going from a point to another point that we were growing. We were kind of shaky in the season one, but we took some rest after the season one, and we came back to scrimmage before the mayor, and it was kind of surprising to me because like everyone was so motivated and was so on point that we were like we were a different team that we were playing in the season one. And I
Hmm.
was like pretty confident that we're gonna do well in this major because we had these scrims and we were playing really well.
Mm.
And I think now these results that we had in the major show that the things we are doing are going in good direction. But overall, we're a pretty much confident team. Of course, our main goal is the TI, and we know that all the experience we know we're gonna have until that is gonna be a learning process. And all we achieve in that process is gonna make a strong base to make a strong team for us.
Hmm. I actually love asking about screams whenever anyone from Division One comes. So, like, obviously, you don't have to tell me like the teams that you scream, but do you guys scream any other Division One teams from SA, or you just scream any teams or Division Two teams from SA? How does that
Uh,
work?
in a side, teams are kind of selfish to scream because they don't wanna
Mm,
like leak their strats.
Mm.
But we stream sometimes. We mostly scream NA teams a lot.
hmm.
And in the scrims we had before the major, we actually didn't lose any scrims. We played like 25 games.
Wow.
Damn, that's wild. Do you feel like the other teams were prepared for you guys at the major? Like I saw some folks kind of theory crafting that one of the reasons that you'd done so well in the group stage was that you guys might have been lower on the priority list in terms of data and teams preparing for you, and that allowed you some advantages maybe in the drafts where they didn't ban key heroes or maybe underestimated you guys in the lanes. Do you feel like that's true? Like, do you feel like some of the opponents underestimated you guys, or do you feel like you were appropriately estimated and it was just a function of maybe you guys playing well or having done your research to.
It's kind of the both. I think at the beginning they didn't like ban our heroes, so they didn't study us at all.
Mhm.
So we got like all the heroes
Hmm.
that we wanted, and we got away with it. But at the same time, we were playing really well. So I think like the first thing that study us and really like punish us in the draft was Team Secret in the first game of
Mm.
the upper bracket, and it showed that they like got us in the draft. But after that, like teams tried to do the same that Team Secret did, but like didn't accomplish that much. So I think it's like the both. We were playing well, and we were having like some advantages that people didn't really study us or underestimate us.
Got you. That makes sense. Because it did sort of seem like both. I actually really agree with you. I think that is the right answer. You guys both played well, and there were certain times. There were a couple moments where it's like, all right, you guys get puck. Leo goes mid with it, and he gets a solo kill first blood. It's like, all right, this is a combination of factors here. They should have banned the puck, and Leo's playing out of his mind. Holy shit, this is fun. I
Speaking
don't know.
of playing well, what about Earthspirit, man? Do you play for a long time? Like, how long have you been practicing it? And what was the difference, playing zero ping Earthspirit versus, I don't know, 80, 100 that you get on your NA screens?
I think I think the hero I most played, like if you see my data, I think it's Air Spirit. I have like 1K games on Air Spirit, around that.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like the hero and playing like on ping. There is something you call the invisible rock in Spanish with Air Spirit. So basically, you use one rock for a roll and the kick.
Mhm.
So, but you have to time the roll and the kick at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
the stone fades away, but still like does the damage. But
Yeah.
so that's something I could never pull off on ping, or I'm not confident to do it on ping. But
Uh,
I didn't realize I was doing it on the measure because I was clicking too fast. But when I checked the replays, I was doing it without like even thinking about it. But I didn't want to do it. But that's something like I could do on zero ping, and I couldn't like be confident to do in 120 ping because
I
it's
see.
it's it's that yeah.
Damn. So how about this initiative to get more players actually playing on South America? I don't know if it was a Facebook post or a Twit longer or whatever. I saw Fear engaging with it on Twitter as well. How's that going? Any opportunities to actually get some of this proper training on zero ping outside of LAN?
I was surprised because there was like a lot of support from the community, but I believe that was a post for the future. I don't think the players are ready right now for that kind of commitment to make the region better
Mm.
and make it
Uh,
grow and improve it at the same time. But I will definitely work on it and try to make it happen as much as I want. All I want is people that in my region to have the same conditions and same kind of training and opportunities to show off what they are made of. And
Hmm.
it's gonna. I believe that's gonna what I try to do. Is gonna make the region grow and new players are gonna come out.
That's
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
that's
though.
better
dope.
Like
environment. Yeah.
I like that you're laying the foundation. You know, like this is the groundwork of guys. I get it. We're all busy now. We've got other stuff going on, but let's keep this in focus. Let's remember that we can start building up our region together, and if we can get some local games going, we're in the good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Actually, I'm not sure if you know this, Zyori. I'm not sure if you are familiar with Astini Moose, but way back in the day, he used to be the Midas club manager.
Hmm.
He actually tried to do something similar. He just convinced all of the pro players to try and queue at the same time at like 6 p.m. every day. And I think for
Ah,
like 2 or 3 weeks, it kind of worked, and people were like playing a lot of SA servers. But I think that has to be kind of like a cross country idea, right? If you can actually get Peruvians and Brazilians to all queue at the same time in SA servers,
yeah,
maybe we
yeah.
could get that going.
I think that my post was mainly related to Peru because there is two servers in South America as
Oh
well,
yeah, yeah.
Oh
Brazil
yeah.
server and Peru server. So I was talking like most like for my Peruvian fellas, my Peruvian
Hmm.
the Peruvian pro players. I was talking to them, and I
Gotcha.
believe we have enough players. I think that yeah, we have enough players to make it happen. We are just not ready to do it.
I see.
Have you heard about this like new internet line from Brazil to Europe, where supposedly in the pretty near future you'll be able to play from Brazil to Europe with like relatively good ping, like 80 or 90 or something? Have you heard about that? Any thoughts if that makes Brazil maybe a strategic location for training so you could actually scrim Europe if that's possible?
I mean that would be amazing. I didn't hear about it, but that would be amazing because you can bootcamp in Brazil and scream
Yeah,
Do you
Euro
remember what
teams,
it's
and that
called, Bowie, or what the?
yeah. I can actually go in.
Because Bowie first
So
brought it up, and I immediately thought, yeah, that sounds way too good to be true, dude. Sounds awesome, but let me know, like, what, 2025 or some shit? And apparently, it's like been built. There's private access right now, and they're like getting all the structure set up so that they can open it to the public.
yeah,
And
it's the Ella link.
Ella,
Ella with two L's.
and yeah,
It has
apparently
currently the lowest latency between Portugal and Brazil, 60 ping.
60 ping from Brazil to Portugal. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's something.
pretty cool.
Anyway, so maybe let's talk Thunder Predator a little bit. I heard about this cool guy called Techies Senior 2.0. Bowie, are you familiar with this brilliant content creator?
I heard of him, yes.
I'm vaguely aware. Apparently, he is a content creator under the Thunder Predator label. And you guys did have to play against Techies in the major. And I was curious if there was any note exchange there. If Techies Senior 2.0 has helped you guys in the training against key Techies maneuvers.
the infamous Techie Senor. He's pretty good at Techies. He's very annoying. That's why he's good. He has a unique style, but it kind of helped. 'Cause we play against him like a lot of times in the pubs. But we knew Shinkyu played Techies, and he will probably gonna go for it because I think the last game against PHL it didn't matter that much because we already
Yeah.
like we were in the upper bracket, so we kind of knew he was going to pick Techies.
Mhm.
But you can say we had experience against Techies thanks to Techies and yours. So.
That's good. I've heard Techie Senior has defeated the Great Arteezy many times. That's just one of his stripes as a Techies dominator.
Yeah, he's very annoying on pubs. You don't want to play against him.
All right. I do have a question. So when we interviewed Leo Style, he actually talked about you guys not having a coach before the major, and he said like, and also during the DPC league. Do you guys after the sixth placement? Do you think you could have done better with a coach? Are you guys actually looking for one? What's your relationship with that?
Yeah, I know how a coach and having like a sixth opinion can help a team. So we're gonna keep looking for a coach, but we don't wanna like settle until we find a good one, a good coach that
Hmm,
fits the team. But
I see.
I know it's hard because there is not many coaches out there. So especially like for the one we are looking for. So
But like
that's
when you
what
guys think of a coach, do what is exactly you're looking for? Like, do you want someone accomplished that has like LAN experience, or do you want someone really high MMR? Is there like something? What is
uh,
the thing lacking that you cannot find?
we want someone like with experience that can help us like to make us play better, especially like.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
we don't want like a life coach. We want a Dota coach, like a real guy who knows about Dota, and
I see.
and as I said, like I don't think anyone can do that, but I think anyone can have like a sixth opinion and see the things in a different perspective
Hmm.
that you don't see because you're playing.
Yeah.
I think that anyone that knows the game can do it, but the other part, I don't think anyone can do it. But so we're kind of looking for both, and I can throw some names in it, but you know, we're still on it.
Yeah. All right.
Gotcha.
So I need your perspective here on like the fact or crap spectrum. Okay. And one thing that I've said a couple times, like, somebody on the team must be filling somewhat of a coach role, and maybe that's just like a shot caller in the moment or what have you. But is there ever a moment where it feels like because you don't have a coach who's outside of the booth watching, that job is spread amongst some people within the team? You've got the coach in the booth with you. Is that true at all? Is there any truth to that statement, or is that kind of just wishful thinking?
Oh, say it again, please. I didn't get it.
So, like this idea, like you don't have a coach, right? So the
Yeah.
strategy that a coach would bring to a team, that responsibility is just distributed across some members of your 5 players, right? You guys are your own coaches. So does it ever
Yeah.
feel like when you're in the booth, that could be an advantage for you guys because you can talk to your coach while you're playing? The other team, their coach is kicked out of the booth just watching. Does that make sense at all? Is that too
Yeah,
meta?
that makes sense. I mean, it's not like that, but I think we're like who does this part in the team is me and Wu. We try like to coach the team at the same
The
time.
support.
I mean, it's not coaching, but it's like the one who is trying to make the team improve.
Hmm.
Like
Uh-huh.
I know it's kind of hard to explain, but I was a coach before. I was coaching Beastcoast before Thunder Predator, but
Oh.
I didn't really have any experience as a coach. All my coach experience was from the coach I had in J.Storm, which was Demon.
Mm.
All I learned from coaching was from him, and I was trying to do that on Biscos. It's kind of new in SA, so I kind of have like I had an idea of what a coach should do,
Yeah,
and that's what I'm like trying
that's
to
awesome.
uh, to do on my team.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. So, and you're the drafter, correct? Well, what's the drafting like? Is it more of a team dynamic? Is it mostly you? How is it Wu doing some of the drafting? How's it go?
So it's basically like a talk between me and Wu, and when we like wanna add a hero and talk about a hero. Let's say, Leo, this hero, this enemy mid laner plays this hero. What hero do you think you can play to beat him? And he
Mhm.
just throws some ideas, and with those ideas we fit some heroes that the other players play. And but it's basically who make this part of the thing is between me and Wu. We talk and talk and talk and talk until we make a good plan before the game.
Gotcha. That sounds pretty good. It's working for you. So and it was interesting. I interviewed Sunby a couple weeks ago, and he mentioned that he didn't feel like it was that big of a disadvantage to not have a coach. He said for some teams, it's like, yeah, sure, if you can find the ideal coach that's a perfect match for you, awesome. But a bad coach can really weigh you down. So there's a sweet spot in the middle where if you're still looking, you don't want to force it. And it was interesting to hear him say that before the major, and then see you guys also make that run, kind of reaffirm that.
True.
Yeah, more isn't always better if it's not a helpful voice, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, how's about Thunder Predator? How's team environment? We talked to Leo about this a little bit, but are you in the team house or are you living on your own? What's the structure like coming into this next season?
We're gonna start boot camping from Monday.
Oh.
Right now, I'm at my house. Everyone is just relaxing and like having some rest before the real thing begins. So yeah, we're a very energetic team.
Mm.
Energetic?
Yeah, Leo keeps the energy high with his jokes. Everyone is a joker actually in the team. Like,
Ah,
feels good to play with this team. These people are good guys, and are some people that I trust, and we all want to play together and keep grinding and get better.
that's
They
awesome.
make my job easier as a captain. It's
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah, I love this team.
So, you're telling me
I
Frank's a
mean,
jokester too?
Yeah, everyone is a jokester, man.
Okay, gotcha. Good.
Leo definitely looks like a jokester. The time he was with us, he's so upbeat all the time. He
Yeah.
looks like a really good guy to share 12 hours of your day if you're playing
He
Dota.
plays like it too. He plays a very like upbeat kind of,
Yeah.
I'm here for the kill. All right, see you later. Like I feel like that upbeat mentality translates to the kind of heroes he likes. These pucks that can jump all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. He's a very mobile player.
All right, so I have a question about J.Storm and business associates when you used to play with them. So was there anything you liked about playing with in NA and with NA players? Do you think it was a good learning experience for you? Anything you have to say about that time period?
J.Storm was by far the most I learned in a team. So I
Oh,
was like this new guy coming to a team with big names like Fear, Moo, Demon. So my mindset back then in that team was like to learn the most I can from these guys. Of course,
uh,
also to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like paying attention to all what they were saying, and I improved a lot there. They gave me a lot of confidence to further experience. So shout out to Fear, these guys to be also Demon and all the guys in the team, Brax, Nine.
uh-huh.
I had I had a really nice time there.
Yeah. What about the lingering DPC points? I did an interview with Brax recently, and he kind of just said, there's some things, Zyori, you just have to let go and stop thinking about. And fair enough if you just want to double down on that answer, because maybe there isn't much to add. But as like a third party spectator, I felt so bad for you guys that were in that specific situation of having some points in that season, not necessarily knowing where they were going to go, if they were going to do anything, if you should stay on the team, if you should leave the team. It being in limbo just sucks, and it sucks if they say, okay, these points don't matter, we're throwing them away, but at least you know that you can move on, and it sucks waiting around for nothing to happen. I feel bad for you, man. That's a rough situation.
Yeah, we were like on the making to TI. We had some pretty good times, good points, but that's life sometimes. So I had to. All this COVID happened, and I knew I was gonna come back to my region one day with all the experience and all the things I was learning, but I didn't expect it to be that fast. I knew I wanted to lead a team one day, like in SA, but here we are. So the
Yeah.
plans got rushed a little bit.
It all comes full circle, I guess, and I don't know. Good on you guys for how. I guess that's being a Dota player, right? It's a psychological game, both when you're playing the game and just trying to operate as a professional player. So that resilience is just a valuable skill. Not to tilt when things don't go your way, no matter what. So, fucking good on you, man. You're stronger than I am,
Yeah.
because I'd still be screaming up a storm about it on Twitter. So I respect the hell out of that, for real.
Yes, you
Uh-huh.
gotta move on sometimes in life. So
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
advice.
Speaking of SA, since you were talking about leading an SA team, have things changed or improved since the DPC league? Do you think now the salary that you get from being in the DPC is helping? I know you guys already got salaries before, but maybe like your friends from Division Two, do you think that everyone is feeling more pumped and hyped about actually playing Dota as a profession now?
yeah, I mean, I wish this existed like 4 years ago. I would
Uh-huh.
start my career like way sooner, because
Yep.
usually like the main problem here is guys don't have the support from their parents because there is no money involved, and they think that you are just losing your time. But it changed drastically for people that are in the DPC, especially the lower division. So now people are like more open to this idea, and they just go for it because money it's involved. Before you had to go through like 3 qualifiers to go to a mayor. You have to compete against NASA, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna gain some money. Before you wouldn't gain anything. So now it's like more beable to be like a pro player in SA, and
Hmm.
and that's kind of like good for the region and for everyone, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'd say for SA in particular, this is the most guaranteed money that we've like ever had by far, because the first step was just having guaranteed qualifiers, so it's like a little bit of guaranteed representation, but not really guaranteed money in South America. And now with the league, it's like you got 16 teams that get guaranteed USD for playing 6 months out of the year in these intervals, that or 6 weeks rather. that's pretty cool. Like, and the dollar goes pretty far in South America, so I feel like that's got to add some stability to the region just in terms of
Yeah,
general ecosystem.
it's quite a lot actually for like if you see the lower division like prize pool, it's quite a lot for like beginners, you know. So I believe they are super motivated and they just gonna keep doing this.
Yeah,
So we're gonna like have a lot of players coming out. I believe
yeah.
all is coming up.
No, that's awesome. And do you feel like Dota is growing in Peru, like relative to other esports or like League of Legends and some of the other things that gamers could be distracted by? Is Dota still going strong for this like next generation of young and up and comers?
Dota is the king game in Peru, I believe. I think that there's a
Nice.
reason for that because when I was like 12 years old, there was like a LAN cafe in every like corner of our house, and the only game they had there or the popular one was Dota 1. So do you see every kid was playing like Dota 1, and yeah, that is the generation that is ruling right now in SA. Like these kids that play in the LAN cafes.
Hmm.
So I think that's why Dota is number one in Peru. And I don't have numbers, but I'm sure it's the number one.
Interesting. That's good to hear. It's definitely not number one in North America. So at least in South America, we can trust.
I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
carrying the region, dude. That's for sure. But I want to talk about the patch too. Do you have any thoughts on the new hero? But I guess a follow-up question is, what do you think of the changes? Were you expecting a patch that was this big and like those map changes this close to TI? Because usually we get that patch at the start of right after TI. So I wanted to hear what you think about that.
Yeah, I think we were expecting like a big patch.
Hmm.
I was playing a lot of pubs recently, and I like the patch. I like it. I think they made the game faster. Like all these map changes and the runes, like every 2 minutes for the first like 4 minutes and then 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It make the game like have a faster tempo, which I love. You know.
Mhm.
As a position
Yeah.
four, I'm sure you do. That makes perfect sense.
Is those
Yeah.
free water runes waiting for you all the time?
I mean, it's gonna be mostly for the mid laners. I don't think it's gonna be for the force, but still, you know, after that, it makes the game faster. And
Oh.
about the new hero, I didn't really touch it, and I won't touch it until it's added to the captain's mode. So,
What about
uh,
Hoodwink though?
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta have my look to the hero because I never
You don't
play it
play it?
actually. Yeah, but
Oh.
I think it has a lot of potential as a mid laner,
Yeah.
but I'm not
Hmm.
sure if it's strong enough for teams to pick it. But we will see. I
Okay.
definitely like saw it on pubs a lot, but I never touched the hero actually. But I'm gonna have to because now it's on captain mode, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a real threat now. Be interesting to see if she actually gets some gameplay. A lot of folks have sort of described her as discount Wind Ranger in a lot of regards. So we'll see. I don't know. Well, one of the other things I was curious about, you mentioned the team, a bunch of jokesters, right? And any thoughts about Thunder Predator doing some behind the scenes content? I noticed that Beastcoast has been slaying it, doing all sorts of, team house videos. What are we going to get to see behind the veil for Thunder Predator? I want to hear the yokes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was gonna be a banger because these guys are really funny. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a date.
Right. Fair
Yeah, some
enough.
with COVID, like if you already don't have the all the structure to film things, it might be a little hard to get
Yeah.
it going, right? Because I assume they already have the guy that films the Skulls crew already in house.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Food for thought for the future, I guess, because we're all hungry for it. At least by we, I mean the English-speaking audience that don't get to see so much. It's hard to find content in South America. It's scattered about all these different Facebook pages. Then everybody reshares stuff, and I've noticed that really, that you've made it when you're making South American Dota content when it just gets ripped off and re-uploaded by everybody, and that's how the word spreads when you actually have breaking news. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's a little peculiar. You guys really need like a Reddit for Dota in Spanish and Portuguese because I can't find stuff on Facebook. I really don't know what's going on unless
Yeah.
Bowie or someone else like links it to me directly and brings it to my attention. It's fucking hard, man. It's a challenge.
Yeah, it is. it is because we don't use Reddit at all, and we don't use Twitter at all. Like everyone uses
Hmm.
Facebook here, so it's all on Facebook and YouTube. If you wanna find some content, it's gonna be there. I guess that's why it's hard for like other people that are not from Peru or Brazil to find
Hmm.
some content because
But even
it's all about
Facebook,
Facebook.
like it's so hard to search content, right? It's not like Reddit where it feels like it's easier to find things. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's because you don't know what to look, right? It's like
Yeah.
you go to Facebook and you say like what now, but that's the point.
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing up here. Any thoughts about the upcoming season? I think your first match is in week 1 on Friday against Infamous. Any complaints about the format or issues from last season you want to get off your chest? Anything? Any words of fear you want to throw out there to intimidate the upcoming opponents here? Floor is yours, my friend.
Uh, I complain. I guess like they literally copy pasted the last like how do I say this, like a schedule. Like
Yeah,
the same teams are
Hmm.
competing against the same teams. It's literally a copy paste. So I think it should be like I don't know, like
a little
uh,
randomized,
yeah, it should be
switched
randomized
around.
for sure. I
Yeah.
don't think that's fair or like I just don't think that's fair. That's my only complaint about that. And also the games are like the league is way too long. I guess people said that a lot, but I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Hmm.
time for you guys as players to play relatively few matches, given that there's no other tournaments on. It's like literally was it a 1.5 series a week for 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah,
7 series in 6 weeks.
it's very long. And and for my enemies, I have to say like I'm coming for you, bro.
Ah,
We're hungry.
I like it. And yeah, Bowie, we're going to have to do our power rankings and commit them to Twitter again and see how we fare,
Oh,
especially
true.
compared to last time. Couple of roster changes as well. Excited to see Mr. Jeans on Hokori. That should make that squad pretty interesting to watch. And I think Infamous, did they have a little change as well?
It's Faker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. That's who replaced Mr. Jeans. Very cool. Exciting stuff. Bowie, you got anything else for Moose before we let him get out of here?
I actually do.
Sure.
So you guys ended up second place in the first EPC league, but you showed a lot of great Dota 2 in Singapore. Do you guys think you can actually snatch top one this time? How do you think your team fares against Beastcoast?
Mm.
We definitely like gonna respect them, but we're gonna like play good Dota. I
Mm.
believe uh, we are growing as a team, and we wanna like show that. But we definitely want to go as a first to
First
go
place.
first place this season. So we are looking for that. We're just hungry to win and hungry to go more.
I'm gonna put you in my top one. All right, I'm convinced with your answer. You're
Ah,
actually gonna be my top one in the power rankings.
yeah,
I believe
and
in you
you
guys.
guys will have a couple of trials before you face Beast Coast. You play
Mm-hmm.
in Infamous, then Unknown, then SG, and then in week 3 we get the Beast Coast versus Thunder Predator. So that's 2 weeks, 4 days away before the big hyped. What some people are starting to call the South American El Clasico here. So maybe
Oh
we
yeah.
can get a nice org rivalry going, Beast Coast versus Thunder Predator. Add to the hype, get those extra eyeballs. I am excited to see if the viewership grows as well. I know we had basically record breaking numbers for the Spanish and Portuguese streams. English was about where we expected. We had a couple big days, but outside of that, relatively low average viewership for English. Excited to see if your guys' run at the major has a tangible effect on the viewership. I'm pretty optimistic. I think people are going to be a little more excited to tune into South America now, especially when they see Thunder Predator in the title.
Yeah, I mean everything. I think everything is strong now. I can say everyone is super competitive. So we're gonna take game by game, But
Yeah.
we're
Hell
just
yeah.
gonna stay humble and gonna try hard.
Hell yeah. Stay
That's the way.
researched and stay hydrated. That's the best advice I got for you. Moose, thank you so much. Hit us with the plugs, dude. Where can people find you? Are you streaming on Twitch at all? Are you tweeting up a storm? Where can people stay on the pulse of everything in the world of Moose?
You can follow me on Twitter. I guess it's Moose Dora, and on Instagram too, Moose .MoOz, something like that.
All right, very good. I'm sure Google will help him out. Bowie, any parting words for this week? We got DPC starting tomorrow. Anything else you want to throw out there, bud?
I think I'm good, dude. I'm just excited.
Just excited. There you have it, folks. Well, we'll see you on Dota Pit again for South American Dota Season 2 DPC. It's been a pleasure talking to you, MoOz. Best of luck in the upcoming league. We'll see the rest of y'all on broadcast. Bye-bye.